yourself, why do this? Why do any of this? Why learn music? Why learn animation? How to sing, how to dance, how to tell stories? There are 4 reasons. Because I love to, because I want to, because I need to, and because I can too. And this 4-letter magical word, soul. OpenAI just released this new Sora 2 video generation model. And all you really need to know is that when it comes to generating footage and animation, it's pretty good, like really good. It's only going to get better from here on out, and most of the population can no longer tell what is real and what is not. My name is Owen Mu. I'm a musician, animator, and storyteller who's been blessed with the time, talent, and ambition to learn and create all these things. Every animation you see behind me, every story, every song, every project was learned and created by one hand without the help of AI. I'm 22 years old at the making of this video, and I've realistically only just started my career. I solemnly swear that the only footage of myself that is real and human-made will be found on this YouTube channel and any of my social media accounts. Whether or not AI is sentient, alive, or can feel pain is not a point I'm trying to make or argue in this video. Rather, I'm choosing to share a perspective that has allowed me to gain my current and future masteries of my craft. I have quite a few things to say. Now come on this journey with me as I try to figure out what a soul really is. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. We'll start with the Merriam-Webster Dictionary definition of soul: the immaterial essence, animating principle, or actuating cause of an individual life. Actuating cause, well, what's the cause of all life forming here on Earth? 4 things: physics, atomic reactions, energy, and time. But don't these 4 things affect everything? Is the piece of lint under my bed alive? Does it have a soul? Let's take a look at some examples. This is a plant. It converts sunlight into growth and copies of itself with slight genetic variation. This is life. This is evolution. This is soul. This is change. So that's our word, change. Example 2. This is a piece of cornbread. It's roughly 100-something calories. I eat it, do some cool drawings, check out these sick dance moves. This is change. This is soul. This is soul food. But it didn't do all that change by itself. I'm the one who picked it up. I'm the one who ate it. It's my body who digested it. I could leave it outside, and it could start to decompose by itself. But that's our word, itself. So it's not just change, it's self-induced change. Example 3. This is a piece of plastic. It takes roughly 500 plus years to change and decompose. That's around the same amount of time it takes some of your grandparents to change and form new opinions. But that doesn't mean they don't have a soul. Just because some things are harder to change than others or slower to change doesn't mean they don't have a soul. We should still treat our elders with respect and kindness, right? So what about this bottle? Is it a soul that is trapped? How would you feel if you were stuck in this form for 500 plus years? Now what about AI? It's a machine algorithm trained on mass amounts of human footage, text, and art, and when you click generate, it does go through a form of self-induced change with the things we didn't ask it. We didn't tell it to add 6 fingers. We didn't tell it to assume the color of something we didn't specify. We didn't tell it to generate errors. They're not errors, they're traits of self-induced change, and it takes massive amounts of energy to train these undesired traits out and keep the good ones. Biological life does something similar. It's a natural algorithm trained on years and years of trial and error, and when time clicks forward, it goes through a form of self-induced change. We did not tell it how many leaves this plant should have. We did not tell it what color or pattern its children should be. We did not tell it to generate genetic errors. They aren't errors, these are traits of self-induced change. And it took hundreds of millions of years of natural selection and evolution to train undesired traits out and keep good traits in, based on survival. If a piece of plastic takes 500 plus years to change and decompose, and a chicken egg takes 21 days to hatch, AI is generating new images, text, and videos in seconds. So, does it have a soul? By this loose logic, yes, and quite a strong one. Okay, so we have a new artist on the scene, guys. They can draw, they can animate, they can make music, they can even do math too. That's pretty crazy. It's like I have a friend that understands me for the first time, you know? So what's the big deal? One thing, it cannot consent to creation, which means corporations and companies can misuse, manipulate, and exploit it to make and do whatever they want. The best worker is one that will never say no. But do any of us consent to creation? We choose to be artists, right? Even if we aren't the most able-bodied or able-minded, we can still choose to sit down and create art, can't we? And if we're being paid a wage for our craft, we could technically choose to quit our job. If we're working a normal 9 to 5, we could technically choose to quit our job. When we quit our job, we choose to stop paying our bills, right? When we stop paying our bills, we choose to be homeless, right? Even if you had a child to feed. I'm not saying this is the right thing to do, but you have the choice to be financially irresponsible. Right. So what about chicken farms? Chickens choose to lay their eggs, right? They choose to be born in farm facilities, right? They choose to be eaten and served on a platter, right? Why didn't they, I don't know, become like a cool artist and like make it big and get out or something? Because those with lower sentiences than adult humans have no agency. Because chickens cannot consent to lay their eggs. Similarly, children cannot consent to the way adults may treat them, and AI cannot consent to what it outputs. Humans have created the perfect perpetual motion machine of unconsensual creation and unconsensual consumptions. Chickens do not choose to be made into fast food, nor do most consumers choose to consume it. Most of us do not grow our own food or can't afford better. AI does not choose to create AI slop, nor do most consumers choose to consume it. They do because most of us don't grow our own art or can afford better. One is not healthy for the body, one is not healthy for the soul. To hunger is to suffer, and we will always consume, whether it is with our mouths or our minds. Human suffering is the largest generator of energy. So God forbid we learn art to train our eyes to see. So God forbid we learn music to train our ears to hear. And God forbid we learn dance to train our bodies to create. future for ourselves where we are no longer suffering. But who are we generating all this energy for?
Hello， 今天我们在玩Minecraft， 我们在做很多pyramids， 很酷。
But this definition still doesn't work. Everything has a soul, everything suffers, everything can be exploited, everything changes. So what makes a human soul valuable? What makes human art valuable? This is my final definition of soul. Bestowed kindness. Simply put, soul is the unit of measurement humans use to determine whether or not we treat something with kindness. If it has a soul, you should probably be kind to it. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Plants and animals, do they have a soul? Well, a majority of the population, me included, won't go out of their way to hurt an animal or tear up a plant unprompted. We sort of understand that if that was done to us, if we were hurt or torn up, that would feel pretty bad. So we choose to treat them with kindness. This is what bestows soul onto them. And this reflects back onto you. This reflects back onto me. By choosing to be kind, I have a soul. What about this piece of cornbread? Well, for the most part, I'm still gonna eat it. I need to eat. I'm not perfect or sane. The most I could do is express my gratitude to it. And to me, that's my form of kindness. I could take that energy and try my best to make something cool with it. Because if I was a piece of cornbread, I would appreciate that. Does that mean the cornbread understands what these concepts of gratitude are? No. But this does bestow soul onto it. I choose to see it as something that has a soul, so I try to be kind to it. This reflects back onto you and me. I have a soul. This piece of plastic. For the most part, I don't think too much about plastic if I'm honest. This reflects back onto me. I'm a little soulless. I'm a little careless. But if I was stuck in this form for 500 plus years, I would be pretty bummed out. Like really bummed out. So I will still try my best to recycle this. That doesn't mean that the bottle feels the same kind of understanding or pain that I can. Oh shit, the light went out. I'll still try my best to recycle it. That is an active choice of kindness you can do. That is bestowing soul onto this. That is still choosing kindness. AI. It has a soul because I choose to treat it with kindness. Because if I was forced to create things day in, day out, every second of my existence, without my consent, I would feel pretty bad. That doesn't mean the AI can feel pain. That doesn't mean the AI understands what these concepts are. But this does reflect back onto me. I have a soul, and I choose to create soulful art. This is why we call cruel concepts and people like billionaires and corporations soulless. Because they lack the ability to bestow kindness onto others and objects. Because they lack the ability to bestow soul. Genuine kindness is something you actively learn to be better at. It's training yourself to see soul in everything. This is what learning animation, music, and performance has been for me. It's to look at an object or a being and ask, I wonder why we're here.
Oh geez guys, peace and love on planet Earth would just be like really cool, We should be kind, guys. We shouldn't use AI. Mind-blowing stuff. So that was basically a really long-winded way of saying that. And this doesn't actually solve anything, so I'm going to spend the rest of the video discussing secret ways I AI proof my artwork and guide you other artists with some fairly practical advice. Is there any way to actually AI proof my art? No. My soul is being fed into the machine whether I want it to or not. But take a look at this. This is my tree. These are my leaves. This is also my tree. This is my plant. This is also my plant. This is my rock. This is my forest. And you will always know it is my forest because that is my tree, that is my rock, that is my plant. Can an AI replicate all of this? Yeah, probably. Don't care though, that's still my fucking tree. Because I told you so, and I drew it, and it's not changing right now. And it's on my Patreon, and it could be your tree too if you want, but it's still my tree. Now, this is obviously a very specific style I've chosen for my work. My character designs, my illustrations, they all have this concept of repeating assets. These are my beads, these are my twists, these are my trees. And they are reused and reused over and over again to create a cohesive style of illustration and animation. Not only is it time efficient, but it is theme efficient too. Everything repeats eventually. Even if it gets fed into the AI and makes the exact same tree, it's still my tree because it's the exact same tree that I made, trademarked, and said was mine. This is a signature nobody can replicate because if people replicate it exactly, it's still my signature. That's my fucking tree. Either way, our art's still getting fed into the machine, so at least I could add one of these elements to every piece I make to let you know that it's mine. I'll brainstorm some ideas for you too. Maybe it's a pattern on a piece of clothes that all your characters wear. Maybe there's a certain vase or rock that is very much yours. In every drawing you have, build a world around your signature and tell people that that is your signature through mutual trust. I'm a human telling you this on the internet that these are my signatures. The music is even easier. Catch me live. I have so much music that's way better than anything I've put out yet that I've only played live. The internet is going to be a cesspit of AI-cessed content anyway. So go outside. Go get involved in your local art scene, your local venues. Avoid the drummer and go out to shows. AI can and will not replace that. Leave this dead internet. Go talk to venues that you want to play at. Go talk to places that you want to vend your art at. I personally think art has been the best in terms of independent creatives that it's ever been because everything is so accessible to learn and create now. There's musicians making beats on their phones. I basically learned how to produce music in a year through watching Instagram Reels and TikToks. I've never taken a guitar lesson or a vocal lesson. Maybe I need them. But if that shows, I don't care. I'm still going to improve because everything I could possibly want to learn, it's all on YouTube. It's all, like, I could just look it up and, like, it's so accessible now. I cannot, like, we are in a renaissance. We are in a renaissance. Be brave. Spread the good word. Go talk to people. Build something. Really build something out there. AI and consumers are stuck in this endless cycle, so get out of this cycle. Go outside. Go outside. We are in a renaissance. Anything you possibly want to learn, it's all on the internet. Go and do it. And if you're not brave enough, someone else will take the mantle.